Howdy do, y'all. This is John, and today we're talking about Wonder Woman 1984 again. This time around, this is a spoiler talk, so spoiler warning for you guys who have not seen Wonder Woman 1984. If you have seen it or just don't care about spoilers, hey, welcome. So this movie has a bit of a double opening for some reason. It starts off in Themyscira, and we have a young Wonder Woman playing an Olympic game-like thing with the other Amazons. And then it cuts to a mall robbery after that opening's done. Honestly, I don't get the point in the whole Olympics thing. I thought it was kind of unnecessary. You know, the closest it really has towards really being important or anything like that is they talk about Diana cheating during the games. If they wanted to, like, make it important or anything like that, why not in the end have there be like these little flashbacks to really connect with the message of the movie and this sequence or something like that. But I'm kind of throwing it out there. I really don't know if this was their point or not. It's just simply a sequence that I felt was unnecessary. One thing I would like to talk about is how this whole situation kind of starts. The movie has a bit of a cliche story, yes. I really liked it and stuff, but we've seen a lot of this crap before. There's like this stone, okay, and it grants people wishes and stuff like that. We've seen that before, and we've seen it done better. And Diana wishes to have Steve Trevor back. And Max Lord wished to be the stone. Which is kind of insane. Why would you want to be a stone? Now, as dumb as I think the whole stone thing is, there is one positive side to it, which is something that helps make Wonder Woman feel more human. This stone, it not only grants your wish, but also takes something from you. She wished for Steve Trevor to be back, and it is taking her powers away very slowly. This is first evident in the first fight scene after the whole wish thing happens, which is in Egypt. I think this is a really good fight scene. A lot of people are turned off by it because the very first shot in the sequence is literally Wonder Woman running in front of an obvious green screen. But past that, this is an incredible fight scene. Although it's nothing like, No Man's Land in the first movie. But during this sequence, she gets nicked in the shoulder by a bullet and she doesn't heal. Usually she heals when she gets hit. She doesn't heal. They eventually find out, and this is kind of silly, I know, that, she can renounce her wish, and they find it from that crazy guy who's in every horror movie that always knows everything and is always played by a different actor for some reason. She has to renounce her wish and everything will go back, her powers will come back, but Steve Trevor will go away. And of course she doesn't want to do that. but eventually she does. Maxwell Lord, like I said in my review, he didn't seem like a Trump metaphor to me or anything like that. People start questioning his success and stuff like that after he becomes the Stone and becomes very successful and stuff like that. And he says the news media are conspiracy theorists and crap like that. Which, yeah, Trump said that, but like I said in my review, I've fact-checked the news in my youth, and I don't really blame either this character or Trump for believing that. I don't blame them at all, because I did find the news media lied a lot. However, I couldn't talk about this. There's another thing people say is them making Max Lord into a Trump metaphor. Some guy in Egypt wished for him and these poor people to be separate, him and his wealthy friends and the poor to stay away and stuff like that. He wished for that. And Maxwell Lord was just like, wish granted, but I'm gonna take this because that's how this whole wish thing works and stuff like that. And what happens? A wall gets built. Like a 500-foot wall separating the rich in the city and the poor. Whenever it comes to separating people, the first thing anyone thinks of is, yes, build a wall and crap like that. But I don't think this is them referencing Trump or anything like that. I think this is them being logical and going, well, what's the first thing someone would do in this situation? Oh, yes, that. And Maxwell Lord's thing for, his wish, his health is deteriorating. As this movie goes on, he looks a lot sicker and sicker. And you can tell he's most likely dying. Yet he will not renounce his wish. That is a very weird sort of way of getting rid of this whole thing. Cheetah, she is not a very good villain. Like I said in my review, when she first shows up, she is your classic stereotypical nerd and stuff like that. And as the movie progresses, she turns into, Cheetah. She wishes on that stone thing to be like Diana and crap, and she starts to run, she starts to exercise. She finds she's very strong like Diana. She went from not being able to walk in heels to walking in heels. Probably the only thing they did really well with Cheetah is her transformation. That moment where she turns from a good person into a bad guy. Earlier in the film, she was being harassed by this Jerkosaur and stuff like that. And, he comes back and she beats the living daylights out of him. Now, if she had done what Diana had did earlier on in the movie and just thrown him once, that would have been one thing, but she just kept wailing on this guy. And, you can tell with how they're presenting in the movie and how the music's going, they're not treating this as a good thing. Because, again, if she had just thrown him once like Diana did, it would have been fine. But she just kept coming at him. As a matter of fact, did he die? Did she beat him to death? I don't know, he was pretty bloodied up when she was done. And of course, her CGI in the end fight. Just shoot me. That was terrible CGI. Speaking of the end fight, I thought for a second there Wonder Woman had killed her. I'm serious, I thought Wonder Woman had killed her. I was sitting there thinking to myself, whoa, this is a Superman breaks Zod neck moment. And just like Superman breaking Zod's neck, I was loving it. But no, she lived, even though she had been electrocuted underwater. Anyway, speaking of the end, when I came out of the theater, I at first thought it was pretty anticlimactic and stuff like that. But since then, I had been thinking and stuff like that, and yeah, the end is a bit unrealistic, but, you know, it's not anticlimactic. Basically, Max Lord went on TV and told people to wish for whatever they wanted, and within like minutes, tens of thousands of wishes were granted and crap, and it's silly. Wonder Woman flew in and confronted Max Lord and everything. And, you know, they have a talk because she can't fight him. She can't, otherwise the movie would be over. It's very weird explaining the ending. It is, because it's a very weird ending. But she gets him to renounce his wish, which causes a domino effect of wishes being renounced. My theory is, you know, he renounced his in order for his to be done away with. The stone thing did this domino effect that caused everyone to renounce theirs. I'm reaching for the moon, I know, but it's just my interpretation of these events. I know if it was up to the people, like half of them wouldn't do it, because, you know, humans. But she gets him to do it, and this is how you understand why he's doing this crap by, you know, whipping the lasso of truth around him and lets him see what's probably going to happen to his son. And we get this little flashback to Lord's childhood and stuff, and you start to understand why he's doing all this, because he wants a better life for his son that he never had. And it's kind of emotional, and you finally understand why the heck he's doing all this crap. It's empathy, it's not sympathy. What he's doing is wrong, you know that, you don't support him and stuff, but you at least understand why he's doing this. You know, they show him in his childhood and stuff like that. His father abused him. His father abused his mother. He was laughed at when he finally started his company. And he just simply wants a better life for his son than what he had. That understanding is what makes him a really good villain. Probably the best DC has had in a long time. Since like Zod or Doomsday or something like that. Or even Ares. And of course, the actual final scene's very Hallmark Channel. I don't get it. I know there was a post-credits scene, but, you know, I couldn't stick around to that. Usually I don't do that in the theater. I just simply wait until movies are on 4K or Blu-ray or something like that, and just simply fast forward to these scenes. So I didn't see it or anything like that. I heard something about Lynda Carter making a cameo, but like I said, I didn't see it, because, you know, I don't really stick around for those scenes in the theater anyway. That's about it. That's all I really have to say and stuff like that. I know there was more to talk about, like, you know, how it's weird how Diana slept with another man who was possessed by Steve Trevor. That's weird. I really like this movie. It's not perfect, I know, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite DC movie, but in my opinion, it's a competent sequel. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please look forward to more videos real soon. I am gonna take a quick break for a few days after this, but I will get back to you guys this weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new. And as always, please remember, the Bodetsky will return.